you know they make a Boulevard grapefruit wheat?
No.
Yeah,
Really?
I bet you that'd be pretty good.
Huh.
I just
found
had
it on my research.
2 Boulevard wheats the other day. That was the best choice I had, and so.
Ooh, where were you at? A gas station?
No. No, I was at Varsity Pizza.
Oh.
That's not true. They had Snow Beast on too, but I wanted something a little
Snow Beast
lighter.
is last year.
Yeah.
That's
I wanted
right.
something lighter.
Yeah.
Nice.
That way you can eat more pizza.
I ate quite a bit.
Oh, made a
and
good choice.
They make this little Italian sandwich there. It's like ham, salami, capicola, pepperoni.
Got me.
Melted cheese.
Okay.
On this little 6-inch bun like this. They
Yeah.
gave you 2 of them. So like little, little hot dog looking bun almost. God, it was delicious.
I make those at home quite a bit. I used to make those when I worked at Valentino's.
I'm so happy.
They were a pain in the ass to make, but man, were they good.
Delicious.
Inspired by the adventures of our nurses, therapists, and techs, A Beer with Atlas is the only healthcare traveling, craft beer drinking podcast. Each week, we'll open a few beers, talk about the brewery and the style of beer, and then dive into some research curated specifically for each episode. In the end, we hope each one sounds like a conversation you'd have with your friends while enjoying a few cold ones.
Welcome to another episode of A Beer with Atlas. I'm Rich.
I'm Brian.
I'm Dolan.
I was gonna go with like, hola.
Yeah.
¿Cómo está? Beer with Atlas. I don't know, but I decided not to.
That's good.
Hello, how you doing? Welcome. How do you say welcome in Spanish, Dolan? Do you know?
No, I actually don't.
No?
I thought it was bienvenidos.
Oh, yep,
Is that
you're right. Yep.
Oh, well, there you
Yeah.
go.
Good day.
Yeah.
Bienvenidos?
Yeah, bien's good. I know that.
Well, first episode of Mainstream May. Craft style, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Craft with air quotes maybe on some of these. We'll
So
see.
beers that you can get pretty much anywhere.
Yes.
Even craft beers you can get anywhere, right? You go
Yeah.
through the regular lineup when you go to your, I don't know, local pizza joint.
Sure.
And then you get the others that, the more mainstream craft choices.
Yes, the ones that you pay extra for.
Yes.
Right? At the
yes.
restaurant or
Yeah.
whatever. You always, it's like another $1.50 for the craft beer. Yep.
Yeah, that doesn't apply to the bucket specials or anything
No.
like that. No, unfortunately not. So we revisited an old friend this week, Boulevard Brewing in Kansas City, Missouri. So close to your heart. I know you've been there a number of times.
Oh, yeah. I like this place. This is craft beer to me. It's always,
Boulevard?
it was like the first one that was really around. And they had different styles, like they had a porter. I was like, I never had a porter before. Let me try that. It was their first Christmas beer I ever had, the Nutcracker Ale.
Yes.
They've been around, pre me drinking beer, so I always kind of knew about them.
Founded in 1988 on the historic Southwest Boulevard in downtown Kansas City. Now,
Guess what?
right?
Might be one of the reasons they named it this beer this way.
So this beer is probably one you're going to see all over the place this summer.
I think
if
so.
you're not seeing it already, it's called Southwest Boulevard Lager with lime and salt. Now, this is relevant because in just a couple of days, it'll be Cinco De Mayo.
It sure will be.
So you're going to look for a Mexican lager, something like this, right? Something maybe tequila barrel-aged,
Ooh,
maybe.
there you go.
Oh, that's, yeah. You're going to look for a beer like that. So Brian thought, why not? Let's go back and revisit our old friend and talk about him a little bit.
A lot can change quickly in craft beer, since the last time we did these guys, probably there was a Brute IPA phase. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we had like this fruited sours, and then we had he made a mess. So nothing changes like that.
How did that even happen?
I don't know.
I'm watching it, and how did that happen?
And I'm just pouring into the glass.
He just poured it.
I don't get it.
I'm not sure either. This beer, Southwest Boulevard. So it's BLVD. So like the abbreviation for the street.
For the street, yeah.
And they said it is named as an homage to the original address.
Yep.
And they wanted to make a summer easy drinking beer, and this is what we got. They said on their website, pairs very well with Central American food trucks. So they're specific, I guess.
Oh.
Lively Latino dance clubs and late night barbacoa.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going for it here.
Yeah.
4.5%. So all night drinker, I guess.
Perfect.
10 IBUs, very small.
Yeah.
You can get this on draft or in 12-ounce cans. That was the delivery mechanism for this beer currently. So
Yep.
you won't find it in any other way.
It's coming in a 6-pack, I assume. Is that what you
Yes.
bought it in? Okay. It is very, it is their style lager, which is, like it says, with just a touch of salt and lime.
Yeah, it's like just there at the end. It's not too much.
No, it's, oh man, it's
Sometimes those salty beers, you get too much salt almost.
good. And sometimes the limey beers, you get too much lime.
Yeah.
And then it tastes artificial.
And it's not a goza. It's not like that sort of, there's no sourness to it. It's just kind of refreshing.
So last night for dinner, I had a Michelob Ultra. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
But we have these
Did you have food too, or just the one beer?
just the beer.
Probably had like
Times are
6.
tough. We had a schmear.
Yeah.
I had 4. No, D. No.
There's the real story.
That's the real story.
No, so we have these little lime packets that you put in water, and then it like carbonates it, but also makes it like lime. So it's like a quick LaCroix thing.
Okay.
So you just dump the lime flavoring in the water, and then it turns in. It's like LaCroix flavoring or whatever. So my wife goes, "Can I try something?" I'm like, "Okay." And so she grabs one of those lime packets,
Yeah.
puts it in in my Michelob.
Oh, well, in case it was bad.
Yeah,
Right.
and then I
Doesn't
would have
ruin
to.
hers.
Yeah.
Right.
And this is what this beer tastes like. Like it's
Wow.
very, it's easy drinking, like a Michelob would be, and then lime on top of it.
I could drink 100 of these.
Yeah,
Easy.
This is a
Easily.
pool day beer
Yeah.
for sure, right?
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, last night I had 40 Michelobs. I could have at least 41 of these.
Oh, one more.
Your ABV is not that far off,
No.
right?
I went back through and I wanted to look at some of the newer beers that they've produced
Okay.
kind of recently that are in different styles, right? So currently they used to do this thing called like the Smokestack series
Yes.
a long time ago, and it was 4-pack. Sometimes it was 4-pack, kind of like 16-ounce bottles. So you get a little bit more of them, or they would do bombers of them sometimes. So I went through and looked at some of those. Currently, they have a Churro Grande beer, which is a barrel-aged brown
Oh.
with cinnamon
cinnamon and
and that sort of like flavoring going on. They have a Dank 7, which is their Belgian style IPA, because they have a Tank 7.
Yes.
So which is their Belgian beer. So they have, which is going to be more hoppy, more IBUs, right?
I don't know why the word dank always makes me laugh.
I
don't know why.
Yeah. This is like their April 20th offering this year. The Dank 7.
Oh.
They have a beer called the Cybersonic Sea Hops.
Wow.
Which I did not find anywhere in Nebraska, but that's in a pint can.
Okay.
It's a DIPA.
Okay.
So double IPA.
So look for Sally on the seashore selling
Cybersonic Sea Hops.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Boom.
Wow. Jeez.
Joker's Wit.
I saw this too.
Belgian style double wit beer.
Yes.
So if you like a wit, so not the banana-y, Hefeweizen style, but more wheat beer,
Yep.
but you like it to be 8.5%,
Yeah.
then this is what you need, the Joker's Wit. And then-
Why the Jokers? I don't
know.
Why they named
I'm not
it that.
sure. And then Proper Pour.
Okay.
This is a double barrel-aged stout that was then aged in Cabernet barrels. So it's more of a dry. It's not going to be like a pastry stout. It's going to be more dry, red winey barrel flavor.
Interesting.
And that's one of those that they have out right now too.
Can I ask you a question on this?
Sure.
I thought as I was looking through, okay, what am I going to research here or whatever? Because I've been there before. You've been there before. Have you been there, Dolan? Have you been there?
No, I haven't actually.
So they have the smokestack out there, right?
Yeah.
That has the logo on it. What was the smokestack there for previously? I could not find that
I don't know.
anywhere.
It was because it's kind of an older part of town.
Right.
I think it was just an old factory of some sort.
Yeah, but what did the factory produce?
I don't
though?
know.
Like, I'd like to
I
know
don't know.
those.
I'll ask my beer sensei in Kansas City, my friend Mitch. He probably will know. Some all year round staples. These are probably beers that you can get anywhere. This is a new beer. I haven't seen it before. It's probably the base for this. It's just called Boulevard 89, and it's a lager.
I have not seen that.
I haven't seen it yet either. Berry Noir. This one I have had, and it's very good.
I've had that one too. Yep.
It's like $10 for a 6-pack, fruited sour, but it's very fruity. You're kind of like, whoa, this seems like it should cost more than $10.
Yep.
They have Flying Start. Have you ever seen this one?
No.
It's their non-alcoholic IPA.
Oh.
So they have an NA IPA. It comes in a blue can. It's got a paper airplane on it. And it's not bad.
I'd try it.
Grapefruit wheat. I think we mentioned off air.
Right.
They have that. Right now, they have coming out soon the Buck O'Neill.
Oh, nice.
So
is that their baseball one this year? Or is that the?
I don't think so, because the kind of beer it is, it's a barrel-aged saison.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Because
Now-
they do that every year, right? I mean, they did a Whit Merrifield beer. They did
Gordo's Gold.
That's right.
The year before that, they had a Mexican lager, which was Salvi's.
Salvador Perez,
something or
yeah.
other. I think they have a beer, and then sometimes they have a beer specifically for Kauffman Stadium that they only sell there.
Yep.
But I didn't see anything really this year. Probably because we don't have any players that are worth making a beer on. That's a different story.
Nicky Lopez would argue with that.
Yeah.
I mean, we could.
I
does
would
he
love-
drink beer though? I don't know if
I
he
don't
really.
know.
I think he's
More of a
fancy.
shots guy.
Yeah, I think he likes the tequilas and stuff. I don't
Tequila
know.
age barrel.
I don't get a party with him. Dolan does.
Yeah,
I don't
Dolan's
get
got his
to.
number probably.
No,
Can you
but
text him right now?
we
Dolan, and-
did drink tequila together.
See, I told you.
That's
I honestly, I don't think he was drinking though, because he had
Probably a game.
The game in Thailand. There was a game in Thailand that he was involved in. Yeah.
Yeah, he had to go to the World Baseball Classic. When
Was he in the World Baseball
Yeah,
Classic?
he played
Oh.
Team Italy.
Oh, I didn't
Yep.
know that.
Yeah, he was on Team Italy.
Oh.
With Vinny.
With Anthony Rizzo? Was Riz on that?
don't
No,
know.
Riz was on the.
He was probably
No, he was. He was on Team
Sure.
Italy.
There you go. But yeah, he was in that.
Hey, Vinny's a good player too. Let's not discount that dude. That
Yeah,
dude,
I
he
like
can
him.
hit for power. There you
Yeah.
go. He reminds me of a more Italian Steve Balboni.
Oh.
You like
Steve
that?
Balboni's a great Italian name and a great Italian mustache.
There you go.
Anyway, creme brulee barley wine.
I would try it.
Yeah, I would buy it. And this one, I've never had a beer like this, but you two have in my stead. A carrot saison.
Yes.
Boulevard makes one.
Wow.
In my research today, I'm like, again, as I was kind of digging for stuff, I looked up really popular craft Mexican lagers.
Yeah.
Number 9 from it was a big beer website, Rate Beer, I think.
Yeah.
Was Ratio, who makes the carrot saison. They're in Colorado. Their Mexican lager showed up as number 9 on that list.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think we need to get back down there at some point.
Okay, that
Yeah,
sounds good.
sure.
Maybe I'll get invited this time. Anyway, they make, like all the other breweries, they have some mixed drinks in a can, and they have some seltzers in a can.
Those Quirk seltzers are great.
They make 18 different ones. I
What?
counted them. Yes.
It seems like every time you go into the store, there's a whole new variety pack with
Yep.
different flavors
Really?
and different. Yeah, and you've noticed some of them aren't even in the original variety pack anymore. They've got moved into like the tropical pack or the whatever. They're my wife's favorite.
You have to really look at them because they have so many different kinds now. You can't, because you used
Yep.
to just walk in and grab it and that was it. But now there's so many different ones.
Yep.
You really got to kind of pay attention. And then the other ones they have are these things called Fling, which is their cocktail ones. So they have Quirk as the seltzer, Fling. So the ones that I saw, vodka and soda, pretty standard, right? They have a margarita, which I thought about maybe bringing today.
Okay.
Mai Tai, which is one I would probably like. Vodka lemonade,
Oh,
which was
yum.
new, it looked like.
Yeah.
And then a tequila paloma, which is kind of a famous drink.
Paloma is Steve Seitner's current favorite drink.
There you
by the
go.
way. Yeah.
I like that it changes for Steve Seitner.
It does, it does.
He doesn't just sit around and have a whiskey and Coke.
He
That's not it.
evolves.
Yeah.
He changes.
Yeah, he's always trying
I
something
still
new.
I don't know. The cocktail thing, I haven't got into it. I just shoot whatever.
Yeah, just give it to me.
Yeah.
Like 40 Mick Ultras.
Yeah, just put it down. He'll drink it.
I was literally at a friend's benefit the other day. He got in a car wreck. Not to make it sad, but he's doing good. And so we raised a ton of money for him. And I met this guy who also knew him at the benefit, and we got to talking or whatever. And the band played, so he was talking about the music, and he's like, "Man, I'll buy you a shot." And I'm like, "Okay, well, what are you shooting?" And then he said this thing that I've never heard before, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah,
Yep.
let's do it."
No.
What was it?
I don't know.
Sambuca.
It tastes like Jameson, but apparently it's just cheap Jameson.
Oh. Proper 12.
I don't know. Sling, maybe? Is that the word for it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of events, this is a great segue. This is some of the research I did.
Okay.
Boulevard now, they've got multiple kind of locations-ish in Kansas City.
Yes.
Their new racket seems to be hosting events.
Okay.
Bachelor party, baby shower,
Oh.
wedding, retirement party, receptions.
Yeah.
They have it covered. And they're all listed on their website with tons of pictures. It was like their new venture, I would say.
Interesting.
So I went through and I looked at some of them, and it's just to see like how many people you could have and what you get for them and where they're at. So the first one, the biggest one they have, will hold 225 folks.
Very respectable.
And it's a real big room, had a really great view of downtown, it looked like.
Yeah.
I think it was called, oh boy, Muehlebach. Muehlebach, Muehlebach Suite.
Okay.
And then if you need a big space but not quite that big, they can kind of cut it in half, and then it becomes the Heim room, Heim. So you get the same amenities. It's very fancy. You get the same view. It's just like, you know how at the Slowdown,
Yeah.
when it's a small show and they pull the curtain, and then you're in the front room.
Yeah,
And then a big
yeah.
show, they pull the curtain, and
Yeah.
then there's a big room. It's kind of like that.
There's actually like a ton of those kinds of music venues all around the country where I've been to the music video or venue once, and then I go again, and then it's
You're
all
like,
of a
wait,
sudden bigger.
How did it get bigger? Yeah.
Like, oh, you guys expanded, and they're like, oh,
Actually, we just took the
we
folding
just-
wall down.
Yeah, we just moved the wall.
That's how that works. So
All
they
right.
have something similar set up there.
Okay.
This one looked maybe the funnest for me. Brew House Bar, 75 guests, and you're literally above the brew house.
Okay.
So it's kind of like you're like on a railing system. So it's not. It's pretty skinny, but it goes all the way around. So you can kind of look over. Almost looks like a ship. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
That's cool.
So you can have your spot there, and you have service and beers and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
This place was called the Rec Deck.
Whoa.
Now it's for recreation.
Oh.
160 guests.
Not
No,
WR.
I mean you could get wrecked at the Rec
Yes,
Deck.
yes.
But their big thing there is like shuffleboard. So they have
nice.
shuffleboard tables, tabletop ones,
Yeah,
and then they
yeah.
had the floor ones like you'd see on a cruise ship.
Oh, with the sticks. Yes.
Exactly.
Oh, that's cool.
And then the last one I saw was the Brewer's Tap Room. So this one is the smallest. This would be one for like, a birthday party or a meet and greet sort of thing, like maybe a more formal thing.
Yeah.
35 folks, so pretty small.
Oh, yeah.
But it's in the old brew house, so it's got some history to it, and it's like it seemed a little darker. It seemed like if you were having like a basement bar,
Cool.
like that vibe.
Yep.
It was like that.
That's pretty sweet.
So
though.
all these
Like,
things are available, and like if I was in Kansas City and you're looking for a spot, man, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
To get something like that, or an like an outing for a company or something. Like, oh man, and it's all there. They have some beers that are only available at that place.
Yep.
They have a bar in there that only serves stuff that hasn't hit the shelves yet. So it's like hey, we're thinking about making this or making that,
Yeah.
and you can buy those beers and get crowlers of them and stuff.
Yeah.
But they're more expensive because it's so small batch.
Yeah.
But it's a way to like get stuff that'll maybe never make it.
That's that. When you go to Boulevard's Tap Room, there's the main bar, right? And then there's that little bar off to the right that just has like a chalkboard, and you can go over there and order beers that they're testing or whatever. And they are more expensive, but man, I had a quadruple IPA there one time
dang.
that like I think burned my taste buds
yeah, I
for
bet.
good. God, there was some crazy stuff. We sat over there. It was great.
I had a chocolate mint stout from there that came back in a growler around 4th of July, which I know was weird, but man, it was good.
Yeah,
I don't know
whatever.
if it ever made the stores or not. But
One of my favorite places to go, this has nothing to do with like the events you're talking about there, at Hollywood Casino. So when we go to Lawrence to watch Kansas play basketball, we stay at Legends there, just right down the street. Like, it's not far. I can get from the door of our hotel to Allen Fieldhouse takes me 35 minutes to get there. So I mean, from Lawrence to Kansas City, like that close.
Yeah.
And there's all kinds of places to eat there at Legends and shopping and whatever else. And there's also Hollywood Casino. And my wife likes to gamble. I do too. After you go in the evening or whatever. But off to the right, as you come in, it's all the way down on the right. It's all the way down on the left side as you come in. There's the Boulevard Bar.
oh, cool.
And they have, for the most part, they have Boulevard beers. You can get anything else you want there, Coors Light, whatever, that type of thing. But they have a bunch of Boulevard beers on tap. That's where I go and hang out.
Nice.
It's the best.
That sounds fun.
And
I miss that
if
stuff.
so if you're playing, this is an insider.
Oh, okay.
tip.
If you got money on the machine.
If you've got money in the machine, if you're at a table and the waitress comes around and you ask her to go over there, they'll go do it for you. Now, you got to tip them a little bit more.
Yeah.
That wasn't another guy told me that because he was getting Boulevards and I'm drinking.
You're like,
I don't
hey,
even know,
I want this Coors Light.
Bush Light or
Yeah.
whatever, and he's like, no, just tell them that's what you want. They'll go get it for you, bring it over here. You got to tip them better. So there you go.
Here's my insider trick.
Okay.
When you're in Vegas or someplace that's, gambling, bringing you stuff, first time the person comes, you whop them with like a 10 spot.
Yep.
Bam. And then they'll remember you and they'll come over more often. That's a trick.
See, I did that recently.
Uh-oh.
And
shift change?
And I I ended up driving the big white bus. Later that night. So it was bad.
They remembered you too much.
No, she did remember too much. Well, and they got my order wrong. The second time.
Yeah.
And it was a really, really good table, and I had been there for a while. And I went to the bathroom. And I left my chips there because the guy I was playing with is right there. And I said, hey, if she comes back, just give her this one, give her $1. Because I had tipped her very well the first time.
Sure.
Went to the bathroom, came back, and there's a Corona.
Oh.
Sitting there with a lime
wait,
in it.
what?
Yeah. And then I just kept drinking them.
Well, you have to. You don't want to change the mojo.
It was bad. It was bad. Yep.
All right. Last thing on Boulevard. I'm a sucker for an online shopping situation.
Yes.
I love to peruse their stuff. They have a whole store, right? They have it looks like
They have a store
in the place.
Yes.
And then online they had stuff, but it was all like locally made stuff integrated with Boulevard.
Nice.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So there's like, hey, I make beard oil. Let's combine this with Boulevard.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. So it's like a local mom and pop thing that they connect with Boulevard, and then they sell branded stuff for a while. So they had like all of their beer flavored stuff in beard oil and balm.
Yeah.
So if you're putting the paste in or whatever, they had like almost all the beer flavors. Like, you like that smell? You want to smell like Space Camper IPA? You can put it in your beer. Great.
So if you get pulled over, sir, have you been drinking?
No, it's my luscious beard.
I haven't been doing any drugs either. It's my Dank 7.
That's right. My Dank 7 pomade. Lotion, hand lotion.
Yeah.
Beer flavored, scented, all that stuff, right? They had leather coasters, which were pretty cool.
That's cool.
Pickled Bloody Mary mix.
Oh.
Yum.
Okay.
Hoppy pickles.
Oh. What?
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
They're sour
either.
pickles, and then they're infused with, like, I don't know if they're dry hopped. It could be.
That could be interesting.
Yeah.
No.
That's what they had in big jars of them.
Look, I'd try it.
I'd try it, yeah.
They had puzzles of Kansas City breweries. So they had like Boulevard, BKS. They had KC Beer Co. And it was all some different cans and bottles, and it was in a picture, and it was like a 500-piece puzzle.
So my son loves puzzles.
Yeah.
Loves them. And that's one of the only things that'll make him sit still is a puzzle. And he also likes going to breweries with us. And so I kind of feel bad when I go to a brewery and they have a puzzle, I'll buy it. You were with me when down in Dallas. I got that puzzle for him, that 1,000-piece puzzle with all the different beers on it.
Oh, dang.
He loves it.
Yeah.
He thinks it's great.
Yeah. That
And
sounds
as
good.
he's putting it together, he's like, Dad, look at this. I finished this section. You'd like that beer. That's a sour. I'm like, you know too much.
You're right.
Put your puzzle together.
Must be 21 to put this puzzle together. They had the coolest flat bill hats for cork.
Really?
So their beers, it was just like their seltzer waters. It was just cherries, like you'd see in a slot machine.
Yeah.
And then raspberries. But it was straight flat bill, pink. Oh, I was like, if I only drink seltzers. And then this one. This is our segue. Lime and Salt branded this Southwest Boulevard tortilla chips.
Oh, yes.
Yum.
Yes.
So just a hint.
I'm in.
Okay.
And that's where we're going now for our research.
Tortilla chips.
Tortilla chips.
I almost did this.
Because,
almost.
we're right near Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
And that would go good with this drink that we're having.
Okay.
I wonder how many pounds of tortilla chips are consumed during Cinco de Mayo.
I bet Brian knows this.
I don't know if I know that exactly, but we'll get to some of that stuff.
I'm gonna Google it.
Look that up.
National Tortilla Chip Day, February 24th.
Okay. Doesn't seem like prime chips and salsa eating weather.
That's
but...
kind of Super Bowl time.
Okay.
Isn't
all
it?
right,
Around
all right.
there?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's probably, yeah.
Jose Martinez. There's probably a few of those out there.
Potentially.
But this guy from San Antonio is kind of credited with creating the process.
Okay.
Because he had a masa factory.
Yes.
And he figured out a way to mass produce masa, which hadn't been done before, right? And whatever was extra, was left over, wasn't the right shape, figured out a way to make chips out of it.
Okay.
So he was kind of credited with that. It was introduced to the modern food culture, at least in the United States, in the 40s by this lady named Rebecca Webb Carranza.
Okay.
She owned El Zarape Tortilla Factory in Los Angeles.
Okay.
And when some of them wouldn't turn out quite right, they were maybe got folded up or whatever, they weren't there, she would use them, make them as chips.
So don't waste them, right?
Right, yeah, don't waste them. Use something else.
Yeah.
You know when yellow tortilla chips showed up on the horizon? 1994.
Shut up.
Yeah.
No, that's not real.
That's real.
I would have said like 70s.
94, 1995.
Yellow.
Yeah, like golden. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's where they just take the corn tortillas, right, and fry them up.
Mm-hmm.
So they...
So the
Really?
restaurant
That's
style
what it says, yeah.
corn
Wow.
tortilla chips.
Yeah.
Wow.
How about the history of nachos?
Well,
You want to know about this?
did you bring nachos?
They would have been pretty soggy by now.
Yeah, true.
And nothing's worse than a soggy nacho.
That is true, yeah.
If you got nachos, eat them all.
Absolutely.
There's no reason to save them.
Yeah.
This ain't
Well,
gonna be no good.
the best way to do it too is instead of piling it all in one thing in the center, you got to spread them out. Get the biggest sheet pan that you can, and then spread them out.
Mm-hmm.
Then put your toppings on, because then you don't really get as many soggy nachos.
Yeah, that's true.
But also, you don't get any nachos that have nothing on them.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the worst when you're getting something like from a restaurant.
Yeah.
You take the one off the top, and then the next 9 chips are just plain chips, and you're like,
Yep.
what? I just spent $12
Right.
on this.
Yep.
You eat the nucleus first, and then,
Yep.
and then
you
just
leave
go-
the sides because there's nothing on them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the story of nachos. There's this guy in Piedra Negras, Mexico.
Okay.
His name's Ignacio Anaya, and he works at the restaurant.
It's a great name, by the way.
It is a great name.
Yeah.
But guess what? He works at the restaurant as a maitre d'. He ain't no cook or chef.
Oh.
And one day, nobody shows up. Nobody that's working in the back.
Uh-oh.
So he's got no cook, and people show up and they're hungry.
Yeah.
We've heard this before. Maybe with I don't know if it was, not the Reuben, but it's something like, the cook didn't come in today. There's people that need food.
Yep.
Somebody's got to figure it out. And now it's a famous thing. That's what Ignacio did. He ran in the back. He had some chips, found some ground beef, some vegetables, some tomatoes, put them in there, put some cheese on the top, broiled it, brought them out. People loved it.
Loved it. Why wouldn't you?
Boom.
Yeah.
Created nachos as the maitre d'.
Nice.
Tortilla chips, naturally gluten-free. Now, they will put it on the packaging. Hey, gluten-free. Because, there's that whole thing kind of right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
But they are naturally that way. So they
Interesting.
don't have to do anything to them.
Unless they're flour.
Unless
Yes.
they're flour.
Yeah.
Amazon, the website.
Yeah.
If you Google tortilla chips, currently they have 51 different brands that you can buy on Amazon.
Wow.
The cheapest?
Tostitos.
Starts with an S. Salsitos.
Sanitas.
Sanitas.
$2 a
The
bag.
$2
The
bag.
$1.99ers.
That's right.
The ones with all the air in it. Yeah. But they're
And
good.
They are
Yeah.
good. They're
Yeah.
salty.
Good, yeah.
The most expensive,
Yeah.
Benitos.
Okay.
$16 a bag because they're made out of
What?
beans.
Oh.
So
I
we
tried.
get the purple ones. They're what are they?
The purple corn?
The purple corn ones.
Yeah. I've had those.
Yeah, those are great. We get those off Amazon.
The official state snack of Texas is the tortilla chip.
Not-
There were some kids in
doesn't surprise
third
me.
grade doing state research. And we got the state bird, we got the state reptile, we got the what? We don't have a state snack. Some of the other states do.
So I did find out how much is consumed for Cinco de Mayo.
Okay.
Okay.
Hit me.
So for Cinco de Mayo, it is estimated that 16.6 million pounds of tortilla chips are consumed, and
a
over
lot.
25 million pounds of salsas and other Mexican dips.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
I just had this number, 2015. That was the stat I found.
Okay.
Doritos brand chips, so with some flavoring, right?
Mm-hmm.
1.3 billion sales.
Wow.
And
For just the Doritos brand.
And the second one was Tostitos at 601 million.
Oh,
So
yeah.
doubled. Doritos has doubled them. But 600 million is nothing to
Yeah.
What's
be
your
sad
favorite Tostitos chip shape?
The shape?
Yeah, so they've got the...
I like the scoops.
You like the scoops?
about. The boat, like the
boat ones?
I don't know. I mean, those are great, but I feel like there's only like 10 in the bag that are shaped that way, and the rest of them are all halves. Give me the little bite size.
The circle,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
small, the minis?
Yeah, give me
Sometimes
those.
your finger gets in the salsa.
That's
then,
okay.
and-
Who cares? Lick it off.
Yeah. I like the little circle ones too.
There you go.
Yeah.
Strips? We're not a fan of the strips?
Not a fan of the strips. Unless it's like a walking taco, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Yeah, I'm not. And sometimes just the plain old Tostitos, they're so big, but they're thin, so they crack really easy.
yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Look at these problems we have.
I know,
guys.
right?
You talked about different colors. How about blue corn? Less starch
Okay.
than a yellow corn tortilla chip. 20% more protein. So a little bit
In the
maybe.
blue corn?
Yeah.
Ah.
My son likes those. We always have those in the house. Probably because they look different,
Sure.
I don't know. In 2012, the Guinness Book of World Records was set by a UK chain. It's like a chain restaurant
Yeah.
called Brewers Fayre.
Okay.
They made a 110-pound tortilla chip.
Whoa.
Took 50 hours to bake it.
50 hours.
Yeah.
Well, why?
Yeah. I
Just
guess
to say
why?
they did it. Just to say they did it.
Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should.
Well, if you want to get in the Guinness Book,
I guess.
They hit it with a hammer afterwards
Probably.
and feed everybody nachos.
Right,
and
sure.
just one chip.
Make a giant nacho plate
one
out
chip
of it.
fed the whole town.
Yes.
And then the last thing I wrote down is, what's your brand? What's your go-to? What do you get? If you're getting tortilla chips, the wife says, hey, we need chips. What you getting?
That Tostitos. I get the scoops.
Okay.
I'm a scoops.
Man, so if it's just like chips and salsa chips, like tortilla chips, because I'll tell you this now, we don't really make nachos with just tortilla chips. We always defer to Doritos or something like that.
Okay.
Just to pop
Why
it
not?
up.
Yeah.
But yeah, we go with the, I want to say they're black bean chips.
Could be, yeah.
And they're purple, and they're,
Yeah.
but maybe they're purple corn chips. I don't know, but they're amazing. Get them from Whole Foods.
Interesting.
I like our local grocer here, Hy-Vee. They make their own
Oh,
in-house.
yeah, we get those
and
too.
those are good. They're
Yeah.
like $4 a bag, but they're like
Yeah.
pretty tasty. A lot of salt on those.
There's the place on Dolan. We went down there. The grocery store down on
Jacobos.
There we go. They make
Yeah.
their own down there.
Yep.
Cash only. You get their salsa with it too.
Yeah.
God, their chips are good. Oh my goodness.
Their
I love
salsa
chips
is
and salsa.
best in town. Like easily best in town.
I think their salsa is easily the best I've ever had in my
it's
life.
so
Whoa.
good. I
Dude,
mean, it
it's
is. It
legit.
is. And they make them in these big, like, I don't know. They have to be more like 10-gallon buckets
Yeah.
because they sell so much of it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and
would-
it's
I would
this
drink it.
Huge barrel, and they just
Scoop it out.
scoop it
huh?
into the
Oh.
Tupperware, and they sell it to you. It's like $10, and you get this giant thing.
Yep.
Oh, worth it.
So good.
So good.
Every summer we make our own. My wife is really good at making salsa. We grow like some herbs and stuff that we throw in there all the time. And so basically what I eat for summer for lunch is chips and salsa
Yeah.
every day. It's so
Yeah.
good. Oh, I love it.
It's a meal, right? It's vegetables. It's
Well,
corn.
I eat enough
it's-
of it. It is.
Yeah.
Fills me up. And that's what I have for us on the old chips.
So I thought I would look a little bit into Cinco de Mayo.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Sure.
And then it took me I took a left turn.
That happens when you're doing research.
Yeah. So Cinco de Mayo. This is funny. This is the Wikipedia page. This is how dumbed down it got. Cinco de Mayo, or the 5th of May.
Well, it's, yeah.
Right? Okay, come on.
Sometimes you need that.
Is a holiday that celebrates the date of the Mexicans' army, May 5th. One more time. I want to start over. One more time. is a holiday. This holiday that celebrates the date of the Mexican Army's May 5th, 1862 victory over France at the Battle of Puebla during the Franco-American War.
See, everybody thinks it's like a
Franco-Mexican War.
They always think it's like a
Independence Day.
Yep, and it's not.
Today, Cinco de Mayo is not that important to Mexico.
No.
They celebrate their Independence Day on September 16th. So Cinco de Mayo has become more of a American holiday.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like St. Patrick's Day.
Yep. We have, I don't want to say we appropriated it, but we
appropriated
we
it.
made it our own.
We commercialized it. How about that?
The Hispanic population in the United States is enough that, it could support its own holiday like that.
For sure.
So I thought, and it was at that point then, Gary came in this morning as I was working through some of this, and then Nathan came in. And I asked him because I was having some writer's block here a little bit. What are we doing here?
Well, what we haven't had in a long time is a legit bonus beer. So this is a brewed in Mexico beer,
Victoria,
that we have not done on the program, but it is one of my favorites. It's a little darker than the average Mexican lager.
Cerveza Modelo Mexico.
Yep.
Okay, made in Mexico.
So we're gonna hit that up.
Okay. So I was talking to Gary, and I said, what would you like to know? Like, what would you like if you were listening when you listen to the podcast and you liked the information? What would you like to know around Cinco de Mayo?
Sure.
And he said, well, how about the history of tacos?
Ooh.
And I thought, well, okay, that's fun.
Yeah.
I think we touched on that.
I think we did.
Yeah.
And so that's why I took it a step further. Let's say you're a basic white guy.
Sure.
Like we are, right?
Yeah.
And you want tacos. And you don't have a whole lot of time.
Right.
Where do you go?
You didn't do Taco Bell recently.
Taco Bell.
Oh, yeah.
The history of Taco Bell.
The guy's last name was Bell. We know that.
His name was Glenn Bell.
Glenn Bell.
Glenn Bell.
My middle name is Glenn.
Is it really?
Is it?
It sure is.
One N or two?
One.
Okay, so that's this guy too.
Yeah.
My grandpa's first name was Glenn, but
So was mine. That's why I got the middle name.
Interesting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Taco Bell was founded in 1962 by Glenn Bell. He passed away in 2010, sadly.
Oh man, that's a long time.
Yeah. In Downey, California. Glenn Bell first opened a hot dog stand called Bell's Drive-In in San Bernardino, California in 1948. So he opens a hot dog stand. Right across the street, there's a Mexican restaurant called Mitla Cafe. Mitla, M-I-T-L-A Cafe. What we got here?
In my photos
Taco
section,
Bell.
I had a picture of a Taco Bell from Florida in
Creedence
1968.
Clearwater.
1960.
Yeah.
CCR.
Yeah.
CCR's in it.
Yep.
That's interesting.
They're eating
Yeah.
tacos. CCR is eating tacos
Clearwater
That's pretty
at Taco
cool.
Bell. in
Revival.
1960.
Yes.
Yeah.
So right across the street is this Mitla Cafe, and there's always a line. It's a Mexican restaurant. There's always a line. So much like the story of Ray Kroc, right? If you know, if you're familiar with the story of Ray Kroc and McDonald's, he wants to know, like, okay, wait a minute, what's going on here? Like, there's something special here. So they let him in, and they're like, look, this is our production line. This is what we do. This is how it's done. Like, he tried to reverse engineer all the food, much like Ray Kroc did, and it didn't quite get it. They let him in, and then shortly after that, he opened a taco stand in 1951.
Okay.
So very similar to what they were doing. So
Sure.
nothing's proprietary about tacos, quite honestly.
I would,
so,
yeah, kind of like barbecue.
Right.
We talked about before.
It underwent many name changes. Started as Taco Tia first, T-I-A.
So ant.
Yeah, through El Taco. It was El Taco.
The taco.
Yeah, before settling on Taco Bell.
Yeah, I like that.
The original location, the very first, so Taco Tia, was 400 square feet. So about the size of a two-car garage.
Yeah, that's pretty small.
Not very big at all. Not big at all. The original menu consisted of tostadas, burritos, frijoles, chili burgers, which will come up again, and tacos, all for 19 cents a piece. 19 cents, which, okay, so adjusted for inflation, is about $2 a piece.
Okay.
Not too bad. That's not bad. The first franchise opened in Torrance, California in 1964. 1967, so 3 years later, they opened their 100th restaurant. I'm sorry, their 100th restaurant in Anaheim.
Okay.
So they went from the 1 to the franchise to 100 in 3 years.
That's pretty good.
The first location east of the Mississippi River was in Springfield, Ohio in 1968. So it took a number of years to kind of spread our way. But 1968 was the first east of the Mississippi River. In 1970, Taco Bell went public with 325 restaurants.
Wow.
1978, PepsiCo purchased Taco Bell from Glen Bell. Now, I tried to figure out, okay.
78?
78.
That's early for a pop company
to
get in that. Okay.
To get into that game.
Yeah.
Like way before the Cola Wars.
Does Coke own restaurants?
I don't think so.
I don't think they do.
I don't think
I've never heard of one.
No, but they don't have
Pepsi, didn't Pepsi buy out restaurants to compete with Coke? Because
they only serve Coke?
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yes. So, PepsiCo, in 1997, PepsiCo spun out Taco Bell and other restaurant chains into Tricon Global with the purchase of Yorkshire Global Restaurants, the owners of A&W and Long John Silver's. So, yes.
Interesting, because now, I guess, Pizza Hut and KFC would fall under that same...
Yum Brands.
Yep.
In 2002.
Was Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. Remember that song?
Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
That was
I'm at the Pizza Hut. I'm at the Taco Bell. I'm at the something. Yeah, it was.
That was
interesting.
Lonely.
No, it was.
Wasn't Lonely Island?
No.
It's Das Racist.
That's not.
Yeah,
really.
It is. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
All right, I'll drop it in.
All right.
There you go. 2002, Tricon changed its name to Yum Brands.
Yum Brands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds better than Tricon. Tricon sounds like a metal fabricating company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not tomorrow, this coming weekend here. So when this airs, this coming weekend will be the Kentucky Derby, sponsored by Yum Brands.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Yes. Yeah. Here's some fun Taco Bell facts.
Okay.
I just kind of picked out some fun Taco Bell facts.
Before you hit the facts,
Yes.
let's do this real quick because I have this. Did you taste the beer yet?
I did, yes.
What do we think?
Oh, it's good.
It's almost like an amber.
I love it. I think if you're a fan of like the Dos Equis Amber,
Dos Equis Amber.
yes.
I like it better than the lager.
I think this is no, I don't. But I think this is a better Dos Equis Amber.
Okay, I also brought something to add to the mix today if we want to try
A little
it.
salt.
beer salt.
I got some beer salt. This is lemon lime beer salt. Now, this is great to add to any macro. This is a fixture on our fishing trips that I use. It just punches up the flavor a little bit. It's good on a can to put around here, so it's almost like salt on a rim on a margarita glass, basically.
So I have that same beer salt at home. Same lemon lime one for my Michelob's.
They also have like 4 or 5 different flavors, but I did see one recently of a spicy chilada that you can add to your...
Ooh, that's nice. It kind of mellows it a little bit. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, that's good.
I'll tell you, that's an old guy thing. My dad puts salt in his beer.
Yep.
My wife's uncle puts salt in his beer all the time. Like it's an old guy thing.
Well, I mean, it worked pretty good in the first beer. And this is more of a, I don't know, just a flavor enhancer, we'll call it.
Oh, that's good. That's a nice little addition.
Yum.
Now get some on the rim just a little bit so you get a little of each taste. That's nice.
Yeah.
All right, here's
All right,
some
hit us the facts.
fun Taco Bell facts. March 2016. This would be completely out of order, but this is kind of how I got them.
It's fine.
March 2016, Taco Bell introduced private beta testing of an artificial intelligence bot on the messaging platform Slack, where you could place orders through Slack, and then they would either deliver it or you could pick it up at Taco Bell.
That seems early.
Seems way early.
When was this?
2016.
Oh, nice.
Now, it says, as of this being written, Taco Bell plans to have a wider rollout of this functionality in the coming months. Did it? I don't know. I don't know if it did.
I always get upset.
Taco Bell has delivery in certain areas.
Yeah.
But
What is it, a computer taking your order?
can you do it through Slack, though?
Interesting. I don't know.
I always feel bad when I go to McDonald's and it's the robot taking my order and not a person because they never get it right.
Never.
No, and then it ends up
It's
taking
getting
longer.
Slightly smarter, but
Is
not
it?
really.
I don't know. Because, when you have a house of toddlers, you're not just ordering off the straight menu. You got to take off the mustard and the onions, and you got to do this and that.
Extra pickle.
And then
no
the computer's
pickle,
just like, I can see it in the background just smoking. They're like, I don't know what to do with this. Carol, help. And then a person has to come over and take my order. Just what I'm picturing.
Just here's the thing I've learned with those: just ask for a person. Can I have a person, please?
And then they would do that?
They will give you somebody.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't have to mess with it.
Okay.
Really?
That's good to know.
That's good to know.
2014. Let's go back to 2014.
Okay.
Taco Bell's hot sauces were only available in packets at the chain itself until 2014. Then Taco Bell made its hot sauces available in grocery stores, sold in bottles.
I wish it was still just in the chain itself.
Do you think it's different, or you just don't like it?
I don't like it.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
I think it's not the same. Like, you go to Taco Bell to get Taco Bell sauce. I don't know.
That's creeping on get off my lawn territory, Dolan.
It kind of is.
But that's okay.
Is.
We don't buy their salsas or hot sauces there, but we do have in our fridge like I don't know if it's like ranchero sauce or it's the cheese sauce that they put on their quesadillas. We have all the sauces, but not the taco sauces. But we have all those, I guarantee, in our fridge. They make 3, we have them all.
One of my favorite sauces of all time is the horsey sauce from Arby's.
Yeah.
You can get that now. And, and I use it all the time.
Yeah, you can get that.
2018, they introduced their chips into the stores. Now, I don't think those are there anymore.
I don't remember that.
No.
Taco Bell.
Yeah. And then 2019, they started selling their shredded cheese in the stores.
I have seen that, and I have bought some of it before. Some of the stuff, it really melts well.
Yeah.
It's like specific to melting cheese versus whatever you'd get it for other stuff. But
right. Here's the thing. I don't buy the shredded cheese anymore. I just get the block of cheese and shred it myself.
Look at you.
I know. But it's easier. Not easier. It's better that way.
You can definitely get cheeses that they don't shred in a bag. You can get different styles.
I think it melts better too. Honestly.
I don't have that time, but I will eventually, and maybe I'll do it. You know what I mean? Like,
I ain't got time to shred my own cheese.
No, dude.
Do you have a really good cheese grater? Do you have a mandolin?
I have a mandolin too, but I also have
mandolins scare me. Like all of a sudden,
dude, they cut your fingertips off.
3 fingers.
Oh yeah, they're
I
bad.
use the mandolin all the time. It's great.
Yeah,
for shredding cheese. I don't.
You shred cheese with a mandolin?
Yeah, you put the cheese grater thing
there's
in
like
there.
a cheese grater insert or
I
whatever.
just use old school cheese grater. I use that.
And the thing about the little cap, so you don't get your fingers, you can stab it into the cheese and then just go.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know.
That was an interesting hand gesture you made there.
Yes, it was, Dolan. Shred some more cheese. 1992, Johnny Cash starred in a commercial for Taco Bell.
Yes, he did, and it's bad. It is so bad.
Is it?
Oh, my gosh.
I didn't have time to go look it up. I want to, though.
I mean, it's 90s Johnny before the resurgence.
Oh, no.
And he's like, man, I need a couple of bucks. But you know who else was in that commercial, I think?
Who?
I think Willie Nelson.
No.
Yeah. Either together or separate, but I think they both did Taco Bell commercials.
1983, maybe you'll remember this. Taco Bell was part of a product placement for the movie Demolition Man.
I never saw the movie.
Great movie. Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone.
Stallone.
That was the doesn't know what the 3 seashells joke came from.
Oh.
That's where you use the 3 seashells in the bathroom. It's probably a bidet, probably. But they never really tell you. They just all laugh at Stallone because he doesn't know what the 3 seashells do.
Bidets are, those are good. But
yep.
1993 is peak Taco Bell design. We're talking.
You think so?
Chartreuse. We're talking hot pink and purple. The one in his hometown that still looked like that.
Yep.
Yes, that's Taco Bell right there.
2004.
Okay.
Taco Bell introduces the Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a big one.
As one of Jenny's youngest nephews calls it Beja Blast.
Beja Blast.
The kid's in college now, but yeah, he was pissed because he couldn't have the Beja Blast.
Sorry, we're all out.
You were like 11, and you're not having all that caffeine.
I worked in the grocery store in high school when they started selling those in the grocery store. Now, that is one thing I was happy that came outside of Taco Bell because, dude, I bought like...
He's so selective about this is fine, but this is...
That's right. Oh, boy.
But anyways, yeah, I had like 12 packs of that stuff in my bedroom at all times.
You got to bend the rules when it's Beja Blast.
I guess.
It is. You have to.
Yep.
2007, Taco Bell offered the first Steal a Base, Steal a Taco promotion during the World Series.
That's always great.
Yeah. Do you know who the first
Have you ever redeemed one of those?
I have.
I have not. Never.
Yeah. Do you know who the first Major League Baseball player to steal a base?
What year was it? 2007?
2007.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, to steal a base so we all get free tacos.
I don't even remember who was in the World Series, so no.
I'll tell you, it was a Red Sox player.
Oh, then it was probably Ellsbury.
Jacoby Ellsbury.
Boom.
Yeah. Wow. The most recent one was...
That was last year?
Kyle Schwarber of the Philadelphia Phillies.
He stole a base? The
Kyle
first
Schwarber.
one?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
That surprises me.
Schwarbs can run. Don't sleep on him.
Well, he was like, you know what? This is for America's tacos. I'm going.
And
I got the red light, but I don't care.
I'll guarantee he went too.
He got his taco.
Absolutely.
Maybe he went twice.
Yep.
Different location.
This was a big one. July 1st, 2009. Taco Bell replaced 20-year sponsor McDonald's as the fast food partner of the NBA. I thought that was a pretty big...
Yeah, because remember those Jordan Bird McDonald's
Yes.
French fry commercials from the 90s?
Nothing but net, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's a big one. March 2012, Taco Bell teamed up with Frito-Lay and created the Doritos Locos Taco.
Those were big time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like that or the Cool Ranch version?
I don't know. I don't think I like either.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's
I think they're
something
just-
to it I'm not a fan of.
You want them to be amazing because, like I said earlier, we opt for the Doritos when we make our nachos.
Right.
But the Doritos Locos Taco just doesn't do it for me. You know what it is? I think the shell gets so soggy so fast.
Well, I think there's a difference in... It's not a Dorito. I mean, it is very different in what it actually is. Like, you're used to, like, the flavoring.
Yeah, it's like... but it's too much.
Yeah.
It comes off on your hands.
Yeah.
It's just a mess. No thanks.
The Cool Ranch Doritos Taco was followed shortly thereafter in 2013. If you do a deep dive into my Facebook account, you will see when they announced the Doritos Locos Taco, I was very excited. I posted a picture of it.
Oh, boy.
The first day we went, I took a picture of it. Like,
You
I
and
was,
tacos. Huh, who'd
man,
have
I love
thought?
tacos. July 2013, Taco Bell announced they were discontinuing the sale of kids' meals and toys. So
Taco Bell had kids meals.
Taco Bell had kids'
Oh,
meals.
yeah.
2013.
I used to get those little cinnamon crispy things in there, too. I know.
Yep. And then finally, discontinued menu items. Let's see if we remember any of these.
Oh, boy.
I bet we've ate all of these. One of Taco Bell's original 1960s menus was called the Chili Burger. So remember that? That was on the original menu for 19 cents, later known as the Bell Burger, and then called the Bell Beefier.
Was it an actual burger patty?
Yes,
or was
it was. It
loose
was
meat?
no. It was a loose meat sandwich.
Yeah.
So they take the taco meat, throw it on with some taco seasoning, right? Shredded cheese, lettuce, diced onions, tomato with mild red sauce, served on a hamburger bun.
Think you can still get it at Taco John's, maybe?
You can get the
Taco Burger.
Taco Burger.
Taco Inn in Lincoln has this as well. It's a local choice.
It's a fun change of pace, maybe.
Yeah.
Other discontinued items. The
When
enchilada.
was it?
It did not say when it was discontinued.
Okay.
Nope. Late 1980s. Removed in the 1980s. Other discontinued items. Enchilada. Do you remember this?
I remember the enchilada. I don't know if I've ever had it.
I remember it. I don't necessarily remember exactly what it was.
Maybe I've just heard of it. I don't know.
The chilito, the chili cheese burrito. Yeah, where they actually use chili cheese Fritos.
Oh, that'd be good.
Delicious. This is one I'd like to know more about. The Taco Light. So what's the Taco Light? Lite. Don't know. Then also the Taco Grande.
Oh, yeah.
So a big taco? I don't know.
Yeah, give me a big taco.
I don't know.
No.
Beefy Crunch Burrito. Beefy Melt Burrito. Seafood Salad.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's-
No.
I mean, there's a
Look, I love seafood, but it's weird when it comes to from fast food.
I was going to
food.
say there's kind of like a
Right.
connotation of Taco Bell equaling diarrhea sometimes. That's like an online thing. Seafood salad at Taco Bell just seems like you'd probably have to poop at Taco Bell.
I've done that.
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, guys, this is a joke. Oh, no disrespect to Taco Bell.
That's right.
Do you know why Taco Bell doesn't have play areas like a Burger King or McDonald's?
No, why?
Because it's really hard to play in one of those play areas while you're trying not to shit your pants.
It's true. It's,
Yeah.
Oh man.
No respect, no disrespect to Taco Bell.
We love it. We go there.
Volcano taco. Do you remember the
Oh,
volcano?
yeah.
Yes, I remember the volcano taco.
Fantastic.
Those were good.
The BLT taco.
This sounds like a 90s thing.
Yeah. Nacho grilled stuffed burrito. Nacho grilled stuffed burrito. That sounds like they were just trying too hard.
Yeah.
Chicken Caesar stuffed burrito. Again.
So a lot of lettuce.
Yeah. Crunch wrap sliders.
Sliders.
I don't know. I'm making like little
tiny ones.
crunch
Yeah.
wraps.
Like
It's
little
kinda
wonton
fun.
size.
This is another one. Filed it under. I really want to know what this was. The blackjack taco. Don't know what that is.
Blackjack burgers, usually with blackening seasoning and pepper jack cheese.
Yeah. As of August 2020, these were discontinued as well. So these are more recent ones.
Okay.
The grilled steak soft taco. Seems dumb.
I love those.
Yeah, me too.
God, those
That
were
seems
good.
pretty basic. Why would they? I
Yeah,
don't know.
that was the one I used to get all the time.
This is the
Oh,
big
that's
one.
the quesarito. No.
No,
I don't think
No.
so.
It was just a grilled
It
steak
was just
sauce.
yeah,
grilled
that's
steak.
what it was.
7-layer burrito.
Whoa.
Monster.
They don't make that anymore?
That's sad.
Can you ask for it?
I don't know.
Like, is it a secret menu maybe?
Don't know.
Nacho Supreme. They don't make the Nacho Supreme anymore.
That's what
Yeah.
do they have? I
Yeah.
haven't been there in forever.
Here's what I don't remember. The spicy tostada. I don't remember a tostada in the first place.
No.
I do, but I don't remember spicy. What makes it spicy?
I don't know. Triple layer nachos. Discontinued. Cheesy Fiesta potatoes. So you get the Fiesta potatoes with the cheese on top.
Yeah, I've seen those,
That'd be
but
all right.
Yep.
never had them.
Those were good when Maddox was really, really young. When he was like a year, 2 years old. We go to Taco Bell and they had those there. Those were we'd get them with no cheese, and then
Yeah.
you could just gum them,
Just pop 'em in
eat
there,
'em.
huh?
Yeah. Let's see, loaded grillers. Remember the grillers
No.
that they had? They were like they're like little smaller burritos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Both cheesy potato and beefy nacho were the varieties of grillers. Here's one that's going to shock you a little bit. Ties back into your research. They no longer have chips and dip.
You can just get cheese and
Nope.
what
No more
the-
chips and dip.
That's like the easiest thing you could sell as a restaurant.
Yep. Chips and dip.
What
Wow.
the heck?
And then finally,
Taco Bell.
they had one called the mini skillet bowl. Which
I
like a
remember
fajita
seeing
bowl?
that. It
Yeah.
wasn't around very long, I don't think.
that seems very hard to make. And here's the deal: when you go to Taco Bell, you could get just like a pile of food for less than $10.
Sure.
Yep.
I have a feeling like some of those items were kind of a little pricier, and they didn't probably sell
and
as
nobody
well.
bought them. Yeah.
Right. So there's my
Wow.
deep dive into Taco Bell.
It's interesting. Yeah. Well, I remember they discontinued the quesarito for a little bit, and then they brought it back, and I was super sad because that's what I got every time was the quesarito.
Well, lately it's
Quesarito.
been that Mexican pizza that everybody was wanting. Remember how that
Yeah,
was like
the
last
Mexican
year?
pizza,
Right.
yeah.
Brought it back.
I love the Mexican pizza. I think it's
The,
great.
Beefy 5 layers my go-to though.
There you go.
There you go.
Yep.
All right.
Wow.
See, so if you're going to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, we're going to do it on the cheap, right?
Yeah.
Hit up, make a run for the border. Remember
Do
this?
that, yeah.
Remember that advertising
Dong.
campaign? Yep.
Remember the Chihuahua?
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Or go to a taco truck because you're gonna get better food.
That's exactly.
Maybe like Boulevard was their idea, pairing with those taco trucks.
Maybe.
Do that.
No disrespect to Taco Bell
Nope.
because Taco Bell has its place, but
Well, and here's the. I think they know their place,
Yeah.
honestly, and I think
It's
there's-
late night. It's the fourth meal.
Yeah.
Yes, they tongue in cheek that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yep.
All the time.
yep.
I have some decent Taco Bell stories. I'll give real fast. One time, I was, and this is shocking, I was the DD.
What? No.
For my wife and some of her friends.
Holy cow!
And we did it up downtown in Omaha.
Yeah.
The next morning, I found 2 Taco Bell burritos in my car under the seat that someone had ordered and just left behind.
no.
Second Taco Bell story.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I ate it, but
No, I didn't eat it. My father-in-law likes to tell me about the time the first Taco Bell opened in Lincoln, which would have been maybe late 70s. It was on O Street. It's still there currently.
Okay.
So it's like 40th and O Street.
Yeah.
So right in the middle of town. And Taco Bell's used to have an actual bell hanging from their mission-style building.
Yes.
And he maybe was involved and or heard about the time that some kids from Lincoln East stole that bell.
What?
And it is in the backyard of their parents' house still to this day. So that's a good Taco Bell story. And then finally, my favorite Taco Bell is always the one, I don't know if it's still there or not, but it used to be across the street from Arrowhead.
Okay.
And the Royal Stadium.
Yeah,
Because it was the only restaurant over there, and we were always walking. And it's kind of shady right there. And it's one of those where they're like, they have the, like the gas station next door has the bulletproof glass, which we don't see in Omaha. But they had that at the Taco Bell.
No.
Yeah. So and you're like, okay. And I think they preferred you to drive through there. They didn't want you inside. No. But yeah, always hit that and then walk across to the hotel and pass out for the day.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, I have one good Taco Bell story. My wife, I went and picked her up from Benson, which is kind of like a bar area here in Omaha. And I went and picked her up, and I picked her friend up, and she wanted a ride home. She needed a ride home. Let me phrase that. She needed a ride home. So picked them both up, and they were like, oh, we're hungry or whatever. So I'm like, okay. I swung into Taco Bell. They ordered whatever they wanted to order. I don't remember the order. And then afterwards, they're like, oh, actually, we shouldn't have got Taco Bell. We should have got nuggets. So then they were both in my truck while I'm getting ready to drop her off at home. They're both going, oh, chicken nuggies, let's get some chicken nuggies. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I just bought you Taco Bell. Now I'm gonna go buy you guys chicken nuggets. So I go and buy chicken nuggets. And Sam's friend is sitting in the back. She kind of goes silent. She eats one chicken nugget.
That's not good.
Goes silent. So then I get her home, fine, everything, and then she looks at me and she goes, there's a whole thing of chicken nuggets, and I didn't touch any of my Taco Bell, but I appreciate you so much. And then just shuts the door and goes into her house. So
she's like, that's it. I'm done.
All of this driving around to get food
nothing.
just for her to go, I can't eat it.
I have to go to bed now.
At least she didn't just like reverse
up
in your
truck.
truck.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, I don't think she had any, other than the alcohol, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. And Sam, my wife, she downed both of her tacos and the chicken nuggets.
There you go.
She was, I'm good.
It's good work.
Yeah.
All right. TripAdvisor.
For Taco Bell?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Boulevard.
We'll go back to Boulevard now.
Okay.
Speaking of which, do you have any more of these left?
Not with me.
I have to go to the
In
store
my
and get
house,
some.
I have some.
I don't know if there's been another beer recently. Now, there's been a few I've gone back for a second pour, third pour, or whatever on some of the larger bottles where I thought I finished the first one because it went down so nice. Oh, I could really use another one of those.
Yeah.
In the very short amount of time that it takes for us to record these. Yeah. So
that was good.
If that means anything, they're onto something here. TripAdvisor, 4.5 out of 5 on 661 reviews. David Daly, I picked this out. D-A-L-Y.
Oh, Aaron's brother.
Could
maybe
be his brother. I don't know. Maybe. I could see Aaron saying something like this.
I can't remember what his brother's name is. I think it's Steven, but maybe not.
Not David?
I don't think so.
Here's what David said. He was mad. Discontinued 80 Acres. So there was a beer called 80 Acres. What was that?
It was great. It was a hoppy wheat beer.
Oh.
It had a red, like, Farmall tractor on the cover. That was a good one. I like that one.
He's mad about it.
I would be, too.
Discontinued 80 Acres, went for trendy people who don't like beer, forget real beer drinkers.
Oops.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I get it. That was a good beer, but times change.
I guess. Yeah. I
went
can
away
only
from hops.
imagine. He's probably super pissed they make seltzers now. So
Probably. Probably not happy. I mean, yeah. The 80 acre was like kind of like a seasonal-ish when they still came in 6-pack bottles, basically only, and it was in the the cool box that they used to make.
Yeah.
Their packaging was pretty cool.
they've got great packaging. Their art is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Untapped 2,300 check-ins on Southwest Boulevard.
Wow.
Lager with lime and salt. It's quite a few already for a
seems
beer.
Like it, yeah.
I have not seen this yet. I think this is a new one for them this year.
That's kind of what it seemed like to me, too. I'm going to say it's going to be lower than I'm going to rank it.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's a 3.59.
Dolan?
Really? Wow. I'm going to go 3.62.
3.65.
Wow. Dang.
Yeah, lower than I thought. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's a pool beer. Like, what are you looking
Yeah.
for? I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm like you. I finished it, and I was like, oh, there's no more? I guess I'll get the bonus beer out.
Yep.
Because this was good.
I mean,
Yeah, it was.
it's really good. And like we've said, it's so drinkable, crushable, if you will.
Totally.
Effortless
Yeah.
consumption on that one.
Yeah.
It was just gone.
Absolutely right. So, all right, four more episodes. There are 5 Wednesdays in May.
That's right.
This year. So, so we're gonna fill them up. We're gonna do mainstream craft beers all through the month of May. Next week, do I remember?
Yeah, I do.
Do you
Yeah,
remember?
We're going to Oregon.
That's right.
Fat Tire.
Oh, yeah, we
that's
went to
right.
Colorado.
We have to go to Colorado to go to the next place we're going.
So
See,
Kansas
we don't even
City
know.
to Colorado to Oregon.
Yep.
And then we got to get on a plane
Yeah, because it's going to be a little bit of a drive to Louisiana.
to Louisiana
Yeah.
after that. So until then, we're not going anywhere for a while.
Let's have another cerveza
And Taco Bell.
and Taco Bell.
Thank you for listening to A Beer with Atlas. Special thanks to our brand team for producing the show. Each episode of A Beer with Atlas is powered by Atlas MedStaff, an industry leader in travel healthcare staffing.